Woo! God, I love doing that. Damn, I am so sorry about being this late. I was fumbling around, but I made it. I'll be too late. We're going to stay up late anyway. Always talking football until all hours of the night. Fam, the question is trusting in fate. Can't have no incidents. Cannot have no accidents. Cannot lose anybody. I know, don't talk into existence, I'm knowing. But still, 49ers Week 18, rest them or throw caution to the wind versus the Rams. Now, hey, listen, by the way, we're definitely going to be doing the Friday night regular thing. You don't have to have your score now. What I want to negotiate with you is what do you think of starting the guys or sitting the guys? And well, let me explain it, because good sense can somehow be ignored when it comes to a Niners fan regarding the Cowboys, the Hawks, and especially regarding the Rams nowadays, because, they got a lot of loudmouth fans. They won a Super Bowl. Now, you notice how all the little people, who, when they finally achieve something, the first thing they do is come find us and start talking trash. It's unreal. But what does that tell you about us? Yeah, and for you trolls that are in there doing that, you know who you are. Yes. All of a sudden, your little world's falling apart though now, isn't it? I tell you, beating these teams has a deep-seated meaning, always has. Neither San Francisco or LA has reason to go all out in this game due to the fact that it won't change the playoff seeding of either club. However, for a lot of us, this game is personal. Oh, hell yeah. No. The Rams already talking about, and then the media doesn't help it. Nobody wants to see the Rams in the playoffs. What? We would like to. In fact, I'd rather see them than the Detroit Lions. Don Burr, I know, Don. I know what you. To the phones, we're going to go to put our Niners loving heads together. Hey, Pam, look at your second string. What are you going to put on it? I don't want to lose to these people. I don't care what the circumstance is. I don't want my the thing is, I don't want my starters out there, but I don't want to lose. What a terrible dilemma, right? I do not want to lose the Rams under any circumstances, but I don't want my starters out there. What a terrible feeling in this Week 18 before resting up on a well-earned bye week heading to the playoffs, or what? Fam, Brock Purdy today was chosen NFC Pro Bowl, becoming the first Niners quarterback in over 2 decades since, oh my God, earned the honor. Wow. Purdy was one of 9 49ers to be named in the 2024 Pro Bowl game. Dude led an army. Dude, the man was who just came back from a surgical procedure. Listen, anybody, and I got to know the Ram fan, they're always here. Your savior, your Messiah, your blah, blah, blah. Stafford only placed one position behind him in the quarterback rate. Dude, as I last time checked, Brock Purdy's 23 years old and been in the league a little over a year's worth of games. Came off a surgical repair on his arm. So you should not even mention Stafford in any vein or sense when I'm talking about Brock Purdy. You just embarrassed yourself. Stafford should be miles ahead of him. He got all this experience. You want to call him elite. But then you're going to say, you're savior. Oh, shut up. God. Anyway, he was only one of 8, though. Blair selected the starters and also led all the NFL players in fan voting. Brock got 451,864 ballots cast in his favor. And there's already fans out there complaining. But, the Pro Bowl game is nothing more than a popularity contest. Listen, fans, coaches, and players vote on this. Okay, so don't lay it all on the fans. And then some people are going online and there's something you can do online that is really pissing a lot of people off. Whining. Stop hating. Stop hating. Accept it. Brock Purdy is a phenomenal person. The dude came out there. He's Mr. Relevant. He gets his arm ripped almost off his shoulder and gets that fixed. He comes back the following year and he wins 12 games. It must really piss people off. If I wasn't a 49er fan, I'd probably be pissed off. Bleep you. Christian McCaffrey, Kyle Juszczyk, George Kittle, and Trent Williams joined Mrs. Purdy's baby boy as the Niners offensive players chosen to the Pro Bowl as starters. That's a lot of guys. 1, 2, 3. Do other teams have anybody playing? Nick Bosa, Javon Hargrave, Fred Warner, and Javarius Ward were selected for the 49ers from the 49ers defense. Bosa, Warner, and Ward were chosen as starters. You know we got 12 guys also as alternates? Red and gold domination, red and gold domination. I love it. Well, hey, fam, to address concerns of this weekend's 49er versus Scams game, though, the extremely popular Brock Purdy will not be playing for Coach Shanahan, as I just mentioned, and neither will Matt Stafford, from what is being said. For Los Angeles, it will be Sam Darnold versus Carson Wentz. Are you going to watch this game? We're going to watch this game, right? And expect a vanilla attack all day long. Already getting bored about this game. Fam, does that that begs the question of which is basically the best football team? When you go vanilla, they're just out there playing football mostly. Also, Shanahan pointed out but only so many uninjured players can be kept out of the game per league policy. Were you aware of that? Yeah, I didn't know about that. Question was this: do you plan on playing Brock Purdy against the Rams? He said, no, Brock's the only guy for sure I know I don't plan on playing. And the question extended to what went on into that decision. 1, you only can rest 7 guys if nobody's hurt if you get 2 practice squad guys up. Really? We had at least 6 guys injured right now. I only know for sure we can rest 1, and so I went with our starting quarterback. Injury list includes guys that won't practice. Armstead won't practice. Christian McCaffrey, Ross Dwelly, John Feliciano. He's got something going on with his back. Ambry Thomas with the surgery. Ambry just had a surgery, so he won't be. He'll only be out for about a week or so. Ambry will actually be ready to go back when the playoffs get started. Elijah Mitchell won't practice. He's sick with something, nothing to do with his with injury. Tashawn Gibson has a quad thing going on. He won't practice. Jair Brown, knee, won't practice. Go ahead. He kills me doing that. You start to pick up. You ever catch yourself behaving like some of these people we love on the 49ers team? And Juwan Jennings and Jalen Moore are both limited with their concussions. Forgot to mention them from a couple of weeks. At least though, Juwan is feeling better, I guess. If he can't still be hurt in 3 weeks, can he? What kind of concussion is that? Juwan, we got to have you for the playoffs, man. Just get well. Aaron Banks and Danny Gray, they will be full participants, though, and they will be in on Friday. Aaron Banks, I wish with that toe, we don't have you know what? Feliciano's, he's going to be, I don't know. We got some guys you don't want to put out there, even though we can't get, Sam Darnold can't get killed out there. We got, in case something goes wrong, we got to have him. So, but the question, family, San Francisco 49ers starters play during this regular season game. And of course, you know the rule I just gave you, though, but against the Rams, it's a significant talking point going on. It was from the point we won the excuse me. No, I wasn't drinking. That's not why I was late. You know, since we got the bye week and the number 1 seed, you start to worry. It's a lot of time between now and bye week. But the 49ers need that's the controversy right there. The 49ers need a little bump, grind, and carry it on a little bit. You can't just lay dormant for that length of time. The Niners have already secured the number 1 seed and home field advantage, allowing the team to bypass the wild card round of the postseason. Sit back and laugh, people getting beat up. Resting holds significance, especially for players entering this week 18. As far as injuries go, C. McSee managing minor calf strains sustained against the Commanders. He'll benefit. C-Mac saying ain't nothing wrong with me, man. I've dealt with worse. This is okay. Christian's letting everybody know under no circumstances is he to be left out of this game coming up in a couple of weeks. No matter what, though, Niners aim to avoid losing momentum as they enter the playoffs or having to shake off rust in a divisional round matchup after giving ample rest to get healthy starters. Gentlemen in the locker room, though, Harvard, it's all about let's go, baby. Let's go. The players expect to get at least some playing time against the Rams despite it being a meaningless matchup. And I'm pretty sure Kyle Shanahan's going to put him in there for a little bit. He wants them to get better. So he's going to want to keep them a little sharper. We'll be a little experimenting. Even though they're supposed to be going vanilla, I think they're still going to practice on a few things. Fred Warner, you know who Fred is, said yesterday morning on KNBR's Murph and Marcus show, question. My mindset is playing this week, and that's always been my mindset. The mindset, obviously, whatever the head coach says is what's going to go, but my whole mindset is playing this week against the Rams, getting a win. That's me repeating getting a win over and over, and winning our back-to-back years in the division. See, that matters. It does. See, this way, when we get into it with Rudy and all the Rams clowns, stop talking. We swept you twice, back to back, and it could happen again next year. Next year, we're going to beat you and make you like it. Hush. See, that vanilla or not, it's about sweeping the division in back-to-back years and continuing to slap the Rams around for show. There you go. I'm not even worried about the Hawks. The Hawks are probably about to go into rebuild. They've seen what happened this last year. I don't know what they're going to do. They've got some great pieces, but they do need a couple of more. Are they going to draft? What are they going to do? Well, it's not my business. I don't worry about that. But Warner is the only Niners player who expects to suit up and play this week. And guess who else? Yeah, you know, right? What happened this weekly with Kay Adams? She asked Debo if he would play against the Rams. Debo said, yeah, for sure. Debo's probably thinking, boy, let I enjoy worse better than slamming and beating and bumping up and knocking the 40 Rams all around that dirt. Sam said he would do whatever his coach had asked of him, though, adding, quote, it ain't no negotiation. I mean, once coach say one thing, it's all hands on deck, unquote. Warner echoed Debo's comments, saying, I'm always going to listen to whatever the head coach got to say. If that's what the decision would be, then I would, of course, listen, unquote. Fred, Debo, man, come on, man. Y'all, you guys got to play a little bit. Not, 5 minutes. I just want to see you out there a little bit. I want one sparkle play. If it's in the first possession, sit down, though. Yeah, that's all you get. It's uncertain if Shanahan and the coaching staff will ask any of the star players to play significant snaps this weekend. However, it sounds like Warner, Samuel, and the rest of the starting lineup will be ready to go. They will be if the coaches opt to throw them out there against the Rams. Coach Shanahan did explain his concerns as, quote, when you give guys a game off, practice changes too, and that can end up hurting guys a lot, and you end up just developing bad habits. I've seen it cost a lot of teams, unquote. See, these are the things. See, Rock, irresistible force. What are you going to do, fam? How you gonna allocate that time? How are you going to be cautious and yet still get them out there to get a little work in, Because it's not like you're playing against a team that's your team. Because if we're playing just scrimmaging against each other, everybody knows how to be careful out there. Don't hurt the other guy. He's on your team, and we need him coming up in the game next week, right? I'm telling you right now, I'm thinking like, I tell you, you don't want to do anything stupid. Putting them out there in the first place is stupid. I mean, you know what? Let me see what you got to say. I don't know what to say on this. God, what a suck feeling. Can't stand losing to the Rams at the same time. Don't want to get hurt. I mean, we're talking about Super Bowl here. The Rams ain't no Super Bowl. That's just something to do. Hey, yo, Evan. Hey, Sharice. I see you. I say, Margaret. Oh, no, God. Ian Sharp. Evan.
Hey, Ronbo.
Evan, what are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? What are you thinking, man? And how you feel about all those All-Stars, too, while you're at it?
Yeah, I mean, good for them. It's basically the Pro Bowl is just like you said. It's a popularity contest now.
Flag
I
football.
don't know if they
Nobody
get
can
any
get hurt.
bonuses for it, but good for the
Oh,
guys. It's
you.
nice,
Hey,
nice to see.
and you know what? By the way, for those who have incentive packages that include making it to the Pro Bowl, they got paid, didn't they? We got a lot of guys. We'll
Yeah,
see.
and
Yeah.
they made some money. Yeah, it's good to see Brock. Get the highest voted player in the Pro Bowl. That's pretty cool.
Wow. And Jeff Garcia, when he won it, our last 49er quarterback, was not the top vote getter. Brock, everybody loves him for the reasons we've been discussing about Brock this whole time. He's such a lovable, humble guy. And. Well,
Everybody except the quote unquote experts, right?
yeah. And the trolls.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but I kind of have mixed feelings about sitting the guys for too long, but it is what it is. I get why we're doing it. But the Rams are sitting Aaron Donald, their running back, Cooper Kupp, Stafford. So all those guys are sitting. Besides, Nakua needs like 30 yards to break some rookie record.
Oh, you know what?
He's going to do that and then sit down.
God. I just don't want him to have it against us. But yeah. All right.
Oh, he might get in one play, Ronbo, because
yeah, I know.
Oliver's going to be out there. You got to remember that. So.
Oh, God.
Oliver and Verrett are going to be the ones starting in the secondary. So
that's right, huh?
But with that being said,
a third guy though. Luter doesn't look. Luter might be out there.
No, yeah, the Logan guy and that other safety we got. I forget his name. Reed, is it? I can't remember that.
Logan?
Special teams player. Yeah. Yeah, him and there's another guy, like Eric, I can't remember his name.
Anyway, that's bad because if we don't even know or remember him really quickly, that means he's not really, been around doing anything.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see, Luter get some burn and
I could see
Womack. And Womack,
Womack he'll probably be out there. Womack will. Womack's tough.
Yeah, so we'll see. Not that the game matters, but personally, I'd rather have Darnold than Wentz. So I think, as far as the quarterback matchup goes, I think we have a better backup there. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Who's going to be running
backs? Kind of disappointing to see. For us?
Yeah.
Probably going to be.
You going to suit TDP?
JP and.
You're going to put TDP up? Okay. Because you got McNichols and Jordan Mason. Of course, you know what? They got to be nicer to TDP. They just treat them like garbage for 2 seasons.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think, Mitchell maybe a quarter or a series or 2.
Yeah, let McNichols and TDP handle the rest of the game.
Yeah, and, let these guys get some work. Kind of disappointing that Ayuk and Greenlaw got snubbed in the Pro Bowl, but like I said,
and that's a second year for Greenlaw.
Yeah, but it's good because I feel like that's gonna piss them off, and I like those guys when they're mad.
I know. Why would Greenlaw not make it though? There's some premier linebackers this year, but that's 2 years in a row.
I think part of it, Ronbo, is that he's kind of looked at like Draymond Green, like kind of a nuisance. And
Draymond makes the All-Star team every year, though. At least has Draymond ever missed an All-Star year?
Because Niners fans love Greenlaw, but I don't think many other fans love him as much, throwing their players out of bounds.
I mean, punching them in the face,
Yeah. They don't appreciate him like we do.
Draymond needs to play football is what he does, But go ahead.
I'm up for tryouts, yeah. Yeah, but, is what it is. And I'm kind of surprised that McVay's sitting some dudes because they actually have seeding to play for. So it's kind of interesting.
Can they move up any higher in the positioning?
If they win, they play the Lions, and if they lose, they play the Cowboys. From what I was hearing from another source today. So I don't know if that's 100% true. I haven't looked at the brackets, but that's what I heard.
You know,
So
you know what's so funny though?
I don't know.
Both situations, I think they'd rather play the Cowboys. If I were them, I would. I'm going to go against the
I think so
team
too.
that's got Jared Goff, who's lame to play way above his head to play against the Rams, and it's a better ball team. Dak Prescott has a tendency to mess up. By the fourth quarter, Dak's already in take me out mode. They should have lost to Detroit, you know, if the refs didn't save them.
Well, yeah, it's not only that, is that the whole build up around Stafford going back to Detroit to play a playoff game.
Yeah.
And the Goff, narrative, like I have a feeling like that crowd would be all over Stafford, so that might be part of the reason why they might be trying to avoid Detroit. But
you're right.
These are all just conspiracies that we're cooking up.
And I enjoy them.
There might be some truth to it. Who knows? It's fun to think about.
Yeah, we gotta go.
All right.
I gotta let people talk. Stop laughing. All right, hey, what I'm gonna do? I'll be back Friday though. And let's talk. Get that score and everything else out. All right, appreciate you, fam.
Shout out to you, production. Yeah, you too. Shout out to you, production. Ellis. Who's my other dude? Tony in Australia. Yeah, the 3 T's. Yeah. Donut, Tanisha, and the Dragon Clan.
Yes.
All right, have a good night, Ronbo.
You too. I'll see you Friday. Yeah. Mr. Block, thanks, Evan. Mr. Block Eye says, use our practices to keep the machine unrusted. I agree. And they're going to. Mr. Block also says, first in NFL history to have 4 1,000-yarders on one team. JD Ram, that's why, what you need to do is learn to be more humble. See, JD, it's hard to be humble when you're just this brilliant and bad. You know what I'm saying? This team's tough. I'm at 11. I'll never forget 2024. 2023-24. Oh, Aaron.
What's up, Ronbo?
It's so nice to be a 49er fan. I can't love anything, bet I want to give us a hand. Aaron, you got a lot of Pro Bowlers. We're pretty much dominating the whole team. They can send all 49ers out there for the Pro Bowl for the NFC to start, and then everybody else comes in after us. And the number 1 seed, we've got the bye week. We're already considered the favorites to win the Super Bowl. I mean, Aaron, it's crazy, People are still saying, some people are saying the Baltimore Ravens are the best team in football. Well, we shall see. 49ers play that kind of a bonehead football game again against that team, I'll be shocked. But anyway, Aaron, what do you think about your team now representing such a strong force in the Pro Bowl game? And also, Aaron, your feeling on whether or not the 49ers should be sitting down or should be trying to beat the Rams to remain with an unblemished record in the NFC West.
Well, first of all, we have 9 Pro Bowlers and I think 12 alternate Pro Bowlers.
That's right.
So, it goes to show you that it's a homegrown talent roster.
One of the best drafting clubs in the league.
Yeah, and thanks to John and Kyle building this team up.
Brick by brick. I still remember that phrase when they first came to town. Brick by brick. Stay faithful. Stay faithful. John Lynch.
But I think in the alternate Pro Bowl, Aaron Banks and Jake Brindle and Lenore are in it. So
Banks.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of our offensive linemen. So we got 2 offensive linemen, the left side. Brindle too? You said Brindle. This is the 2nd year in a row for Brindle. You said Brindle, didn't you? Brindle.
Yep.
We don't give him enough love, Aaron. Do you appreciate Jake Brindle? Because I never say anything about him.
Well, he, we don't really give him a lot of credit, but we should because, when he first, I think last year when he first played as a center, we all thought that he wasn't that good, and now look at him doing well.
twice in 2 years in a row. Last year I thought, well, but if he's done his back-to-back years, look out for Jake. What? All right. You know, but he does do a good job for us. You don't see a lot of guys coming right up the middle. Every now and then you'll see one escape, but it's not always his fault. It's usually the interior of the guard that also can mess that up too. But Jake, he's pretty solid in the middle.
Yeah, he's been doing well. But yeah, talking about the game Sunday, yeah, I know it can be risky, like playing your starters, because, like, for example, look at the Dolphins when they play Baltimore. I think one of their defensive players, Bradley Chubb, got injured and he's out for the season. So
yeah, that's going to really hurt him. That could hurt their chances in the playoffs too. Bradley Chubb is a huge piece, a part of that defense, and the defense is not all that good. It could be a little bit, but they losing a guy like Chubb. They had to do it without Jalen Ramsey for a while. He comes back, and they thought they were going to have to they were going to be able to pick things up. So they got problems.
Yeah, and yeah, and I'm kind of surprised the Rams are kind of, sitting their players down this Sunday, because they gotta play for the seed if they want to be the 6th or the 7th seed.
It doesn't. Either team they play is going to be pure hell. And they might be able to pull it off. They've pulled off a couple of miracles in my mind this season already. So whether they play Detroit or Dallas, and if I was them, I'd rather play Dallas, actually, because Dallas has this thing of, yeah, we're going to beat you now. What quarter is it? Second? All right. We got 14-point lead. That's all we need. Fourth quarter comes, Dallas is fighting for their lives. So if you want a team to play and progress and let us see you in the next round, boy, Aaron, that's exactly what happened, isn't it? If the Rams pull off a win, they see us 2 weeks from now, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, it could happen, but
we'll see. I don't know.
So yeah, so this Sunday it'll be, Carson Wentz versus Sam Darnold. So
Who you got? Who's the best?
To me, honestly, I think Sam Darnold might be better.
Yeah.
So
I hope Carson has one of those lose your mind moments where he just throws bizarre, falling down, throwing INTs when he should have probably ate it. He does. He loses his mind sometimes.
But also Dre Greenlaw and Brandon Ayuk got snubbed.
Yeah, I'm not surprised when I think about it. It seems like they do that. Ayuk should have made it, though. I don't know how he got. I'm going to look at some of the. I didn't look at all the All-Star winners, but they're going to be pissed because Ayuk could have used that as a bargaining chip or a negotiating chip for how much he should get paid next year. I hope the 49ers don't throw that in. Well, we'll see. Anyway, Aaron, let me go. I'll tell you, I'm going to see you Friday. Bring your score with you then. Give you time to think about what you think's going to happen here. Okay?
All right, Ronbo. Bang,
right.
bang. Not a game.
Night, Aaron. Yeah, you can. Man. They just didn't want to give the 49ers everything. So look at who's the bad boy on that team. Oh, no, this is easy. It's got to be Dre. Don't get him in here. Hey, Matty, yes.
Hey, buddy. What's going on?
Man, it's funny because I only looked at who went to. I just realized I didn't think about the fact that Dre and BA aren't on that list. And it's
crazy
true,
to think, isn't it?
But yeah, both of them had an outstanding years.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. I couldn't figure that out myself. I'm just kind of going around with it. I'm like, well, that's just going to fire some people up.
Actually, yes, it could work against everybody who did that.
Especially since, they're probably not going to be able to participate in the Pro Bowl anyways.
Yeah.
So
So they're probably going to say,
they'll be
yeah,
getting
no
ready
big
for
deal.
the Super Bowl.
Exactly. Probably think, no big deal. I wasn't
I
going
didn't
to play
realize
anyway.
Carson Wentz was a Ram either.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I remember when they did sign him, and I thought that was pretty funny, but I forgot about it up until now.
Now I wonder if he's better than Sam.
Well,
Kind of makes me wonder. I'm
well,
kind of curious, buddy. Kind of curious.
He has his issues, though. I mean, he could look really great, and then all of a sudden, he acts as if he's having some kind of mental breakdown. Yeah, I mean, beyond what you normally see from quarterbacks that are messing up, he just goes into a complete shutdown. He'll throw back-to-back INTs. He's throwing on the ground. He obviously can't see the receiver, and he'll let it fly. I said, what the hell was that? Carson, what you drafted number 2 that year? Why did you do that? That was strange. Yeah, you got picked. Wow. And so the owner of the Colts, remember? I want him. He didn't even fire him himself. He called and told somebody in the field as the game was progressing that tell Carson he's out of here. He's done. He was pissed.
I really want to see him back here.
Wentz lost to the Jags, I think, that year. The Jags were really bad. I think it was the Jags. The Jags were awful. And Wentz was out there they were supposed to be in position to get in the playoffs. Wentz out there throwing weird, just crazy plays. I said, damn, what's wrong with
Throwing it to the Jacksonville Jaguars, all the whole thing. Forget what team he's on.
Just really shut down. So he's scary kind of bad. So maybe some kind of mental issues going on.
Hopefully he's not scary good this weekend. Hopefully he stays playing like we know him to be. When he came out of college, he was pretty decent. I thought he had an all right season or two, didn't he? But then didn't he go down and then what's his face play the Super Bowl for him basically?
Yeah, Nick Foles, and he got him there,
Nick Foles.
And he got hurt.
Yeah,
and Foles came in and grabbed all the glory in the Super Bowl, beating all people. Didn't he beat Tom Brady?
He did
that year.
Yeah.
And then of course fooled everybody around the league, and they signed Nick to a huge contract because they were going to stay Carson Wentz as a starter.
Signing Nick Foles apparently fooling people around the league. Yeah, it was bad, dude.
Nick Foles.
Not as bad as that one guy that the Raiders signed years ago. What was that guy's name? Came out of college and won a big football game, and then the Raiders signed him and thought he was big, and then he just got fat and wasted all their money. Oh, what was that guy's name?
I can't remember either. I know what you're talking about, though. Yes, you got to be careful with the draft. In the first, Matty, would you draft at this point now? Drafting a quarterback in the first round, and every year, maybe 1 or possibly 2 at the most first-round draft picks are going to be okay, unless you have one of those years. There's been a couple of years where your first-round picks did well, but for the most part, every year, 1 or maybe 2 might be worth a damn in the first round. I got to pay him more money than everybody else. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Well, remember Joey Harrington? He came out of Oregon, which I'm a huge fan of, and then he just went flop. I mean, that was a bust. Joey Harrington.
Yeah, I had even forgotten about him. You mentioned him, and then Marcus Mariota should have been a little better. Back. But
I was hoping for him. He's a good dude, though, man. Like that's Yeah, well, he's one of those guys you're just never going to have issues on or off the field with. He's always going to be solid in the locker room.
He is.
I was just hoping he was going to be better than that. Actually in the pros, I was obviously going to root for him. He's just a solid human being. So
he is. I love him. Always did. As coming out of Oregon, he always had the right things to say, and you could see he was a nice, clean kid. The thing is, I think he went to a wrong program that didn't really adhere to his strengths properly. And this is what happens to a lot of quarterbacks come out of school. The coach doesn't know how to take full advantage of his skill set. They say, here's the program, and we got to run that. Hey, coach, I like, can we do some of the things that I'm really good at? Kid's not going to come out of school saying that.
Instead of what you think I should be doing? Yeah, you would think they'd tailor to the quarterback a little bit more, especially since they know it. I mean, it's not like you didn't know what you were choosing.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So that's kind of what you get. Yeah. Well, I think we're going to do well this weekend. Obviously we're going to have a mixed match of guys out there, but that's all right, man. I'm hoping for a dogfight that we win. So I don't see any problems.
Yeah. I want to, and some guys want to establish themselves as being. I'm on the bench, but I shouldn't be that kind of guy. I want most of our guys to feel. that way.
Well, maybe we'll see some up and coming stars that we didn't know we had too. Maybe we'll see some stuff that I don't know. It'll get guys out there and just see what we've got. I think it'd be really nice.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously, no matter what happens, it's not going to change where we're seated. So it's a beautiful thing. It's got a ring to it, Ronbo. Oh, buddy.
I like it. It's got a ring to it. And as a matter of fact, our guys should be also motivated by the fact that, Puka is out there. Now, he's going to be the blue chip guy that got out there, but the rest of the guys, they're no better than any of the guys on our team. They're backups, and for the most part, a lot of them probably aren't even as good as our backups. So I'm sure guys are going to make a statement out there to stop them. And what'll be fun, McVay's offense, a lot similar to, guys used to what we do, because McVay's gotten smart finally, and he's using a run game so Stafford doesn't burn you to the ground throwing them INTs. He's he's only thrown one INT in the last 5 games. How uncharacteristic is that of Matt Stafford? They're running the ball.
That's crazy.
Kieran's running the ball, and they got a run game, and they stopped trying to make Matt Stafford into Tom Brady, and it's working. It worked for him.
It's working, yeah. Hey, you just got to play off his strengths. He's always been a decent. He's always had an arm. That's for sure.
But he's a gunslinger. And that's always scary.
He is.
God, man, the clock's running quick.
Yeah, very much so.
Man, we're gonna go. I'm gonna see you Friday and bring that score for us then, and we'll talk about that as well. Oh.
I will, and I also wanted to say thank you for the shout out on my birthday on Monday. I appreciate that, man. That was awesome. We had horrible Wi-Fi, so I couldn't call in.
I just realized.
We were at the. Yeah, we were at the coast.
All right. Was that fun?
Oh, and then I was going to tell you too. I don't know if anybody else in here is a Dixon flannel fan, man, but I got a Bang Bang Niner Gang Dixon flannel that just came from my late Christmas present. Oh, so I got that today.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, dude.
I bet it is. Yeah. Go, Matty. Yeah.
So.
Oh, shucks, man.
All right, buddy.
You gotta post that up, man. We gotta see that. All right.
Oh yeah, I'll post it up. All right, brother.
I'll see you.
Well, have a good night, guys.
You too, fam.
Heck yeah, I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys all Friday.
Looking forward to it.
Later, buddy.
Night, Matty. Matty Urban's Overland and a chat up in Bend, Oregon. What a beautiful tree line. It's just always glowing. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Ronbo, how's your night going, buddy?
Michael's doing all right, man, because, we're a 49er fan. There's nothing but happiness and joy all around the Niner Empire. It's a good time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This week's going to be, this week we'll just put our second strings, third strings, that's it. Let everybody play. Let the whole bench.
Let the coaches come in and play too. Man, you got to acknowledge those programs.
Let Purdy take Shanahan's job.
Hey, Shanahan can actually he can actually play wide receiver.
He played receiver for Texas. Yeah. He played wide receiver for Texas, University of Texas.
Listen,
I've been watching a lot of his films.
Listen, Michael, you got to remember to acknowledge Brock Purdy. Since Jeff Garcia, we've not had a Pro Bowl quarterback. Yep. Suddenly,
all the Pro Bowls. Yeah, no, I was awesome. I was excited when I saw Purdy starting Pro Bowl. I was like, oh wow, last pick of the draft, starting the Pro Bowl. When was the last time that ever happened?
Yeah,
never.
Hey, nobody's spotlighting that fact. When is the last time Mr. Irrelevant as a quarterback, and there's never, how many quarterbacks have there been? Brock might be the only one. They came in, got their arm busted in two, got it sewed up, came back a few weeks. Yeah, it comes back, and now he's on his way possibly to a Super Bowl.
And a Pro Bowl.
Well, that's already done.
Put that on
He's
your
still
resume.
got the other things left to do. My God.
He's young. He's 24, and he's got a lot in his future, man. I mean, the only one I felt bad is Ayuk didn't make it.
I know.
But maybe he could if somebody gets hurt. Remember, the playoffs comes. When these receivers get hurt, maybe he might be one of those replacements.
Well, no, he's going to be at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, but if, say, C.D. Lamb gets hurt in the playoffs, and he can't, he's out, who's going to pick his spot in the Pro Bowl, He made it in the Pro Bowl.
Oh, well, no, the thing is, no. That game is played a week before the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, but if C.D. Lamb gets knocked out in the first round, you know what I mean? If he gets hurt in the first round or say something happens.
Oh, CD's on his way to the CD's probably already on his way to the Pro Bowl anyway.
But no, I don't know.
But BA's not even BA's not going to have any time to go to the Pro Bowl anyway. So
No, that's all right. I mean, I was happy with the Pro Bowl list we got. I mean, you can.
And we can't have everybody in there.
You guys, man. If I didn't make it, I'd support my guys that made it 100%. Oh, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Because you know what? He'll be in there again. You could always make the Pro Bowl eventually. He'll always go in there. He's one of those receivers that always will make it. He'll make it. Although, I'm not one of, It's Trent Williams who made it, and it might be his last year, and he'll retire.
Maybe.
You know
what though? If we win, Williams will be back. He couldn't stand it. He'd want to come back for the title defense.
And I think Chase will be back too. I think Chase will do it. I think Chase will come back.
Wait, who?
I think he would wait to come back. The guy we picked up with the Commanders, Chase.
Oh, Chase Young. Yeah, with him, it's about how much can he take as a salary as acceptable.
Yeah, but maybe he'll break it down. Maybe he'll do a cheap deal. Maybe he'll do something instead. Maybe somebody will do something.
No, I'm not coming off your rookie contract. You're looking to get paid.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter. Either way, they've always, And I like to see the Rams play the Lions. Everybody was talking about it today.
Everybody wants
the Rams
that.
And Lions.
Everybody wants that.
And everybody likes to see Baltimore play the Browns. Flacco's going against Baltimore.
Oh, I don't. You know why? I tell you what. I don't want to play the Browns. I'm going to come out and be honest about it. I don't want anything to do with the friggin' Browns. Ravens, I'll take them and I'll take them. No problem. The Browns are frightening. Oh,
game of the century: Lions versus Rams.
Yeah, I know that's what everybody wants to see Sunday.
But, and everybody was talking about what would you do if it was a Tampa Bay and Browns Super Bowl? Baker Mayfield trying to get his old team.
That would be the most unwatched Super Bowl of all time.
Yeah, it would be. No, that's what we're talking about tonight. One of the guys' broadcast on YouTube tonight. We're talking about.
Baker would love it. In fact, it's too bad they couldn't set that up. They're in two different conferences, unfortunately. But I'm telling you,
everybody's hoping that Buffalo don't make it. Well, Baltimore doesn't want Buffalo to make it. That's what Baltimore's praying. That Buffalo don't make it.
Yeah, well,
that's what they're praying for.
I'm telling all of them, nobody
wants
the Browns.
Buffalo's going to make it. They'll make it. Buffalo will make it.
They got to win this weekend.
Trust me, they'll make it.
They'll beat Miami.
They'll win over Miami. They're 3.5. Yeah. And I think Darnold, this will prove Darnold. If Darnold plays well, either he'll be back as a 49er backup next year.
Maybe not. If he does well.
Niners will draft a backup.
No, because if he does well, he's going to get paid somewhere.
Yeah, and maybe another team will take him and take a chance on him. There's always a team, that may look into him as a backup, or a starter. I don't know. They were talking about it. I think Conan was talking about it.
Maybe. I don't know what team would start him, though.
I like to keep Darnold as a backup another year. Keep him. Because you know what? You got to keep him grooming with the same type of people. You just don't play him 1 year with the Niners.
Yeah, and it's not popular opinion, but I don't think Darnold's nearly as bad as some people say he is.
No, I'm gonna say Darnold. He went to college, so they count. He's a good kid. I mean, he got drafted by another bad team. It's like the guy that he was talking about for the Raiders. I know he was talking about Lamar Russell, and he was an LSU quarterback. That was the big guy from the Raiders. That's the guy.
Lamar Russell.
That's the guy. Yeah, big boy. Big boy from LSU.
First round picks. I'm telling you, man.
Draft. Yep.
I can't pick up a first round pick from a quarterback anymore. And a lot of people.
How about Ryan Leaf? Another bust. Rick Myers.
Here's historical. Ryan Leaf was traditional. Anytime you talk about a really bad first round quarterback, Ryan Leaf. Nobody forgets him. And even people weren't even around that time know about Ryan Leaf.
He went to prison. He got locked up. Oh yeah. And now Aaron Rodgers might be in trouble now.
For what?
You didn't know that, right? About that scandal with that guy about the Bill Clinton and all that. Aaron Rodgers' name is in the thing. In the document that he could get in trouble. We don't know yet. That's they brought his name up. To the Jets. This is what you got now. Trouble.
When you say trouble, are you talking with the feds? From what you're saying.
But trouble about having blank with a minor. And remember that guy?
Oh.
He was was him, Clinton, Trump, and all that. Aaron Rodgers' name's on the list,
Aaron
too.
was there, too. Aaron was probably thinking all this time.
I said, who's next? Who's next? Yeah, no, I know. I feel bad, but I hope everything goes well. Anyway. I just want us to chill. I just want us to play good, not get hurt this Sunday.
That's what we're going to do, Michael. I'm going to see you. I'm going to see you Friday. Bring that score with you.
Shout out to Sharon, Big Show, whatever you are. You better not be hiding. I'll go find you myself.
Show's okay, guys.
Everyone's going to let's all be flying Big Show. You guys all find them. All into the wall to find Big Show.
Michael, don't form a posse to find Big Show. Big Show's okay. I've talked to him recently. He's okay.
I haven't heard him yet. You got to check up and let me know.
He's laying low. He's going to be the first guy to come out and congratulate us upon the right winning.
I know, right? He might even be on the TV when they win the trophy. He might be up there talking.
Screaming and jumping up and down. All right, Michael, I'll see you Friday.
Well, you too, buddy. Have a good night. You
too. I like Big Show. Listen, I want you to know, I do like Big Show. Don't get so mad at him that you don't like him. Big Show's, he's a lovable guy. Hey, and let's bring it the head of the Dragon Clan. He is Papa Dragon. Pop must be chopping up onions. No, that's got to be. No, that's chopping beef.
That's my standing ovation for the 49ers organization.
Yes.
You have done things your way, and what can I say?
Hey.
They have torpedoed a plethora of number 1 first round picks. Traded those picks for a 4th round pick.
Mm-hmm.
And they find themselves with the number 1 first-string starting Pro Bowl quarterback in Brock Purdy. So
in the 7th round.
Hats off. Applause.
Give Greasy credit for that. I understand he's the one who knew about Brock, but yeah.
Hats off. Okay. I'm not saying that I was wrong and that they were right. All I'm saying is bravo, congratulations, Brock.
What a man. I mean, Pop's going to come in, because Pop was not a huge Brock Purdy fan a few months ago, but now he's saying good things about him.
Well, no, hang on. I was skeptical.
I
was skeptical, and rightfully so. I didn't say I wasn't a fan.
No, we didn't know enough about him. Yeah.
I'm just saying I had my criticisms, and I had my opinion.
Yeah, you did.
And
some of them were very rude.
I'm not like Nick Wright. Oh, none of my opinions were rude about Brock. He's short.
You didn't like his haircut and his clothes.
But I'm not like Nick Wright.
Yeah.
I'm not like Nick Wright putting him on Mahomes Mountain and putting 4 rookie quarterbacks in front of him. I'm not that bad.
And having Debo riding something you got Brock tied up to Debo trying to work his way up the mountain. I said, man, you guys ought to quit, man.
I'm not that bad. and if you remember, Ronbo, you asked me, said, Bernie, you said, Pops, can he get better? And I was like, he can get a lot better.
Yeah.
Provided they stick with him.
Yeah.
And even that's up in the air. Because I don't know if y'all know anything about Kyle Shanahan's quarterback history. It's not like he's been with somebody for 10 years.
Yeah.
If he's out in general.
If he doesn't go straight to Cabo this year and he's out running around with rumors spreading that he's looking for a quarterback, you're right. We said, Kyle, God, here we go. So,
I'm just saying, in general, this has been a 7-year trek. Okay?
And
there's a lot that Kyle can probably stick his chest out over, but he probably won't. Right now, Kyle's not satisfied.
Yeah.
He's not. He knows he's not satisfied.
You think so? Listen,
he is not 100% satisfied with Brock Purdy.
He's going to bring in a quarterback no matter what, though. He does that every year now. He's been doing it every year since he got here. One or two. Yeah.
He can still fall out of love.
Yeah,
but
no, he doesn't.
I will say this. While this is validation for their gaffes and their decision-making process, okay, although they got their Pro Bowl quarterback for the first time in over 20 years, and I was there for Jeff Garcia and Steve Young and Joe Montana because I'm an old bastard. I will say, honestly, it's all on you, Kyle. It's all on you. Right now, you got your Pro Bowl quarterback. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't.
And you know what?
You have your Pro Bowl quarterback.
And he shouldn't. You know, don't destroy the confidence.
About losing in the fourth quarter. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I got to have the Super Bowl. I have to have the true validation of everything that they've done up to this point is the Super Bowl or bust. And that's not guaranteed.
Been that way for 2 years.
But that is what I am demanding.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm demanding. I am demanding that, not because I feel they're the best team in the NFL, because they're not.
Well, you should, Pop.
I am not demanding.
When you got that many All-Stars, Pro Bowlers, that means your team must be kind of good.
Yes, but guess what, Ronbo? You can't throw the ball on your back. We have one of the worst offensive lines.
You know, this is why Kyle's always. This is why Kyle's going to be. He's going to keep
a Pro Bowl alternate.
The thing is, he knows how to work with that alternate. What was he?
Yes, he is. He's a Pro Bowl alternate.
Okay, that comes with a weight.
Exactly, Ronbo.
Yeah, it comes with a weight of being with the 49ers. Okay, but I like Brendel, Banks, and Williams.
Brendel has no ass. He is assless.
He's got big thighs. You know?
Ronbo, he gets moved out the way. I'm sorry. I've only seen one light center in the NFL in my life. That was 6'2", 269 pounds Stepnoski for Dallas. That was good. He was a beast. Brendel ain't no beast. I don't see Brendel say, "Oh, he's a beast."
Well, nobody calls
now
him
there
that.
is a beast on their team that got snubbed. We all know who that is. He's the man that hits like a defensive end, and he moves like a defensive back.
Trey,
and that's Greenlaw.
Yeah, Dre's got too many fines.
Dre Greenlaw, he just hurts himself with stupid plays.
They still don't like him.
If he just eliminates the stupid plays, he's Pro Bowl. He's all pro.
I agree. I solidly agree. I thought he should have made it last year.
He is one of the best athletes I've ever seen. He is up there with Patrick Willis. That's how good of an athlete that man is. He is that good.
You're not getting the argument, Papa. We got to go now, though. And
I'm just saying, Ron.
No, I agree. You notice I didn't offer any argument. I agree. That guy you were talking about, though,
Big Show,
275, that's pretty fast.
Big Show and Jalen deserve their Super Bowl. I don't hear no excuses now. I don't want to hear it. I don't. You have your Pro Bowl quarterback. You have him. You have all these 1,000-yard position players. All these Pro Bowlers. I don't want to hear no excuses. Right? Shout out to you, Ronbo. Shout out to you, Big Show, Jalen, Tony Down Under, Trey, Chill, Phil, Ellis, Sharon, Bob, Evans, Allen, Jack, the Sparks Brothers, Sandwich, Frank, Emilio, Donut, and his crew. The Dragon Clan is out. Holla if you feel me and click that like button. It helps the algorithm.
Bob. Always a pleasure. I can't wait to see you Friday. Night, fam. Do my best to the rest of the Dragon Clan.
Got it.
Bam! Boom!
I believe in Purdy.
And he does. He means it. He has to now. He has no choice. Tony! Hey, Tony, I'm so glad you called. Would you please give a shout out to the Smoky Mountain Girl?
Who?
Smoky Mountain Girl. Oh, she thinks you're the absolute bee's knees, the shiznit, the coolest human being on the planet. She's a Smoky Mountain Girl. I met her on Twitter. She's at. By the way, Mountain Girl is at Pannholt at Pannholt Panholt. She's down. She's a Southern girl from the word go. She's great. But she loves you.
Smoky Mountain Girl there.
Right. Well, Tony, as you notice, you've got enough Pro Bowls. Oh, yeah, please, yeah. I should have gave you her. I'll do it later if you forget it. I'll just go ahead and tag you, and you can go ahead and follow her. But Tony, You know, you got a lot of Pro Bowlers here, and we got some things to get mad about. We can be grateful for a lot of it, but Dre Greenlaw being skipped again, and Ayuk, is kind of rude. And your feelings on playing this week and how they're going to do it.
I don't give a shit how they do it, Ronbo. Playing the Rams just doesn't mean anything.
I don't want to win. You know they'll talk about it forever, Tony. I'm still dodging stupid bullets from them all over. I mean, they just come in. They can't get over. They won the Super Bowl. They slipped by us with the 3 points. We're on the road for the entire time, and they're still. Yeah, we were the superior team that year, weren't we? Oh my God! You know. So anyway,
Ronbo.
Yeah.
Look, we lose against the Rams, but we win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, I'll take that. Because
you
we're
know
smart.
what I'm saying?
Yes,
Who
indeed.
gives a rat's ass?
Yeah, that's true.
What are they going to say then?
Oh, I can't wait. Oh,
You know what I mean? What's the excuse going to be then? I'm more worried about keeping my players healthy, just in case, you know, we make it to the big dance. There's one team that not a lot of people are talking about that have beaten the Baltimore Rams. The Baltimore Rams. What am I talking about?
Ravens, yeah, I know
Baltimore Ravens and the 49ers.
Yeah.
And that's the Cleveland Browns.
Hey, I'm scared of them, Tony. I don't mind admitting it. That defense is very frightening. Very frightening.
It is extremely frightening. But, you know, yeah, to me, that's. I don't mind if we see Lamar Jackson, but if we see those other guys.
Yeah, see? You're like me. You've looked at it closely, haven't you?
The Browns.
The Browns will beat the Ravens all day long. And they beat them earlier this year without Flacco. Flacco's got that offense scoring a minimum of 30 points a week. Now, if he gets 25 or 30, it's dead. The Ravens are dead meat. And that means we got to deal with them.
Ronbo, Flacco's got big game experience too. He's a Super Bowl winner.
Oh, yeah. We know which Super Bowl, too.
So
damn it.
So, you know, but me, the players, I would have them doing Pilates or something like that, keep their ligaments stretched out. You know what I mean? Get them swimming in a pool, maybe carrying a 50-pound plate over their heads as they're walking through the pool. Yeah. Nothing too strenuous. A little bit of basketball, throwing the ball around. That's about it. Just keep them fresh. Keep their joints mobile and everything else. You know what I mean? They don't have to be playing physical football or anything like that.
But you know, the thing is conditioning. You know how you get tired when you're playing ball? You know, because the explosions are what make you tired. There's nothing that can emulate that other than being in the game. I don't want them to be out of shape. You can do that in 2 weeks.
Well, if you don't want them to be out of shape, Ronbo, keep them doing laps in a swimming pool. That won't hurt them.
Well, that's true. That'll win you. Yeah.
Right? I mean, you know what it's like to swim. So if you're just doing laps for a certain amount part of the day, then you go to Pilates and then you go and relax in a jacuzzi or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. But, without hitting bags and doing this and, you know.
Hang out with George Kittle's sister. She teaches yoga real well. And she actually does. She helped George a lot. Remember, George always had a pull muscle? You notice he hasn't pulled any muscles of late?
Yeah, well, that's a thing that doesn't affect you when you're young.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? But as you get older, you need to keep those muscles stretched and limbered up. Yeah. But that's the only thing I'm scared of, Ronbo. The goddamn Cleveland Browns.
Hey, you know, we should have beat them with a field goal, but that game was physical. We were actually. I was feeling them blows, man. I said, you know, these guys are a wrecking machine. I didn't even realize this is rough. And
and if we do make it to the Super Bowl, it's Chokerhand's chance to get the monkey off his back.
Yeah, is that what that's the name you gave last time? Chokerhand, or was it another one? But they always make me laugh, though. But yeah.
Well, he hasn't proved it yet, Ronbo. I mean, we're not saying that he's a bad coach, but you know what happens.
He's got to get this off his back. I agree.
He has to, and if he makes it to this Super Bowl with this team and the amount of Pro Bowlers and this and that and the rest of it, well, I'm sorry, but you got no excuse.
That's true. And, you know, they're battle-tested, and you know, the thing is, playoff battle-tested, and they know exactly what to expect. Nobody's going to go in there wide-eyed looking like a deer in headlights. These guys are going to come in with nothing but blood in their eye because most of them have already been through this and said, damn it, we ain't feeling this time, especially the nucleus. Oh,
I mean, we were running the ball against the Ravens at 7.9 yards a clip.
Oh, I know.
Right? We had more running yards than them. We had better average, better everything.
And we also had better penalties and turnovers.
And this guy decides to start throwing the ball around like an idiot instead of running it.
Well, see, that's why I don't mind playing the Ravens. The Browns is another story. But the Ravens, come on, man. I keep telling people, Ravens handed you guys your ass. Oh, no, they didn't. Did you even see the game? Hell, if 49ers donated that game to them. God, we donated that game.
Kyle Chokerhan handed us our ass with his play calling.
Boink, boink. Oh, wait, it's yours. And then like a beach volleyball. Guys, bring the ball down. Ah, Tony, you know what? Let me see you Friday. Let's continue. Our clock ran out again. We're going to get out of here soon. But looking forward to it.
Yeah, shout out to Evan Ellis, Big Papa D, and the rest of the clan, and what was that lady's name?
Oh, Smoky Mountain Girl.
Smoky Mountain Girl. And yeah, I'll see you in the next chapter.
Looking forward to it. All right, Tony. Cheers.
All right, brother. Cheers.
There he goes. Hey, Merrick.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Merrick.
Hey, Ronbo.
Merrick.
You there?
I'm right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, Merrick, come on in here because you know you got a lot of Pro Bowlers, and you got your first 49er quarterback Pro Bowler. Not only did he finally get the nod, he got more votes than anybody in the 2024 year Pro Bowl. We've never seen. When's the last time we had the biggest vote getter in the Pro Bowl? And we got a lot of other guys in there, too.
It's a stat I've never looked at.
I got to Google that one up. I said, when's the last time the 49ers had a player that actually led in the voting? The guy's going to be really popular. You know what, Merrick? If he wins the Super Bowl, he'll be so busy in the talk show circuit, a late-night talk show circuit, so much so the guys have to call him, listen, are you going to be ready to train in a couple of weeks? I can see it now, man. The guy's going to be everywhere. He's going to be on CNN. He's going to be on every news channel. He's going to be making trips probably to Europe and every place else. And can we want to welcome, he's Mr. Relevant, the 2024 Super Bowl winner, Brock Purdy. I can already see this. And Brock's going to come in and be shy like he is, which is very charming to most people, and sit down, and he's going to get even more popular. And first thing you know, Hollywood said, listen, why you don't have to play Hollywood. Listen, look at this figure. We're going to make you a star. Wow, that's a lot of money. It's all yours.
Yeah. Well, I'd be happy just to see Nick Wright's face.
Ooh.
If that happens.
You're right. He's still talking, by the way. I just watched him the other day. Nick's still saying the same things. That guy that said something bad about Brock, that he quit his job if Brock became the most valuable player because it was so far-fetched at that time early in the season. And he was so relieved when the 49ers lost that game against the Ravens. What is that guy's name? I should have saved that post. I said, you know what, dude? You know, some of you guys in the media need to shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. You were just going on and on like you're Nostradamus or something, and you didn't know what you were talking about. You know anything about Brock, and you're just talking bad about him. Idiot. God.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what they do. Stir the pot. So anyway, also,
how do you fare coming in Rams?
Your connection went a little awry there. Try again, Merrick. Merrick, if you're using a remote device, Merrick, if you're using a remote device, it's probably not going to work. For some reason on this particular system, it doesn't work. You might want to talk right into your phone. Have you always used that? Maybe it could be a Wi-Fi connection.
Well, I always use headphones.
Okay, you're okay now, though. It's okay. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I was asking how you feel about the game against the Lambs on Sunday.
What do you think? How are you going to do? The starters aren't going to play. There's a rule. If you're not injured, the league has a mandate. You're not going to be sitting down all your players while people pay good money to come in and watch that game. I suspect that may have had something to do with that kind of policy.
Yeah. I do kind of wish our starters would at least play a few drives. I don't want them to be too rusty before the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, they're going to. We got some injured guys on injury list, but everybody's going to get a little time. Everybody that's dressed out there.
Yeah, I heard you've been getting mega crap on Twitter from Rams fans.
Oh, boy. You know, I try to ignore them. Sometimes I'll go in and I'm just talking to us and talk about 49 things, but they're steady with those little digs here and there. I say, I can't. I'm not taking that, and then I get started. God, they're the most annoying people. They really. Actually, they're almost catching up with the Seahawks. And the Seahawks used to make me crazy, but the Rams are getting there. They're gradually getting there. They're still beating a hole in their chest about their little trophy. They're still saying that Matt Stafford is the greatest quarterback in football history. They're still calling they still think Brock is nothing but, he doesn't look like any time a future full-time quarterback you're going to be able to rely on. It's not like he's a Matt Stafford. I don't want Matt Stafford, fellas. I've got to tell you right now, he's 30. How old is he now? And how many picks a week do I have to put up with? Everybody talked about Jimmy. Matt Stafford's twice as bad. Now, why in the hell would I want that? I get all up in the bullshit. I get all caught up in the foolishness. And the first thing I know, I'm going back and forth to those clowns. God. Anyway, let's talk about more pleasant things. Running back situation. Who's going to play defense for us? Who's going to do a good job out there in the backup room?
Oh, I think all of our backups are going to play well. I think our backups are better than some of the Rams starters.
I like the sound of that. Because the Rams don't draft. This is the first year they drafted people, and they didn't do real bad. I never heard of. Have you ever heard of?
They just got lucky with Nakua and Williams.
Right? Have you ever heard of Puka played? What school did he go to? Do you watch college football?
Not very often. I usually just watch the playoffs.
Who is Puka Nakua? What school did he go to? Where did he come from?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, because
he went to University of Washington.
Okay. That's a good school. Because the Rams drafted what place? The Rams, how'd they pick him up?
Pretty sure he was drafted in the late rounds.
See? That's a miss. They did what they did with 49ers. We got George Kittle in the 5th round. They're really trying to take a page out of our book. They're running the ball more.
Yeah. Nakua was a 5th round pick.
Can you imagine? They still can't trump us, though. We picked up one of the best quarterbacks we've had in a long time. In the 7th round, the last pick. They still can't trump that. I don't care what they do.
Yeah.
We'll find out more soon about that this weekend. All right, too. Hey, Merrick, always a pleasure.
I was disappointed that the Ayuk and Debo didn't make the Pro Bowl.
Oh. Hey, I assumed Debo did. He didn't? Ayuk and
No,
Debo.
they're alternates.
They don't care. You know what, though? I'm glad they did that just for that one reason. Because what's going to end up happening now, I'm looking at the guys, what's going to end up happening now, watch them play out of their minds throughout the playoffs and into the Super Bowl. Good. Maybe Kyle and John arranged that. Wouldn't that be low down and dirty? Just to fire him up and make him crazy?
Yes, it would.
Merrick, I'll see you Friday, okay? And
All
we
right,
haven't
see ya.
talked to you in a while. It's good to hear from you. All right. Happy New Year. Talk to you in a minute.
You too.
God, I didn't even think about Debo didn't make it. I was just looking at the photo and I said, okay, wow, look at the assembly of red gold that made it to the Pro Bowl. And we got 12 guys. I didn't even look at the 12 alternates. I would have noticed probably Debo and Ayuk. Hey, Steven.
What's up, Ronbo?
Steven, man. 49ers, man. No matter what anybody says, we are the cream of the NFL crop.
Oh, we for sure are. We for sure are. We name a team with as many Pro Bowlers on this roster, including a second-year, third-string quarterback with a damn near perfect QBR, or a running back, well in his prime, with a damn near perfect yards per scrimmage. I mean, it's crazy. We have an overly talented team, and the only problem is that we just have to have a ring to show for it.
Yep,
otherwise,
got to put a ring on it.
And there ain't shit to show for it, then we just wasted time and money, and now we got to go back into another 15-year rebuild.
Oh, hey, you know what? I don't want to talk about what would happen to this team if that failure did take place, but it would be catastrophic. They've already been.
I guarantee you, Ronbo, we would lose CMC. We would lose Debo. We for sure would lose Brandon Ayuk.
You think we'd immediately go into rebuild mode? We probably would. Okay, better scenario. We do win the Super Bowl. Now do we try to retain players in order to repeat, or how are we going to do? Is that what you do?
I mean, they would have to come out of pocket because they would have to re-sign a ton of people. And one of those people is Brock Purdy, who's going to want good money, and Brandon Ayuk, who's also going to want good money.
Listen,
Juwan Jennings, I don't know if we signed him again this year, but
listen, I'll tell you, Steven, right? Steven, you can actually negotiate a contract with. I think Brock Purdy is the kind of guy that if you talk to him in a certain way, listen, Brock, we want to see if we can do this again. Now, listen, we're gonna raise you up a substantial amount of money, but we're not going to give you the league standard. Not this year. If you just hold out one more year, you're going to get paid, buddy. I'd do everything I could to keep him from going. I want him mentally to stay tight. You know, he's going to get an extra $5 million. He's also going to get an extra $5 million in incentives. And I'll make those incentives so easy that, Brock, you got an easy $15 million a year coming in next year. All you got to do is this, and this. We're already going to allocate this much, and let's go get him.
I mean, that's up to him. I mean, he seems like a reasonable guy, but then also, you know,
his agent doesn't necessarily have to be.
Yeah. His agent will be the one who's unreasonable, who wants the big money. I mean, look at what he's done this season, and for us to be like, no, you're going to get paid peanuts still, it's like almost slapping him in the face.
Mm-hmm. Is CMC's contract ending this year?
We may not. No. He signed for a good while. But the problem is that if they might trade him. They might trade him.
Because he would bring you back anything you want. You get a first-round pick for him. But is there anything in the draft that you want, Steven?
I mean, other than just top-tier offensive linemen, that's pretty much it.
You know, because
everywhere else are pretty damn good. Oh, maybe some good corners and some good safeties.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Are they coming out of school? Because the thing is, CMC is like a centerpiece for me. He doesn't go until he feels like he can't play anymore, because he's the one who fuels that offense. You know what I mean? He's the one that ignites the explosion. He is the one that acts as you know, when in Fast and Furious, when they hit that nitrous switch, he's the nitrous switch. So I can't imagine the 49ers letting him go.
He's juice. Yeah. He's the literal juice of the team. You know, he is what keeps everything going. I mean, shit, even when we didn't have a quarterback in the NFCG, we were still doing at least something, you know. Mm-hmm. I mean, we weren't playing to our best. That's probably not even to our worst either, because our
Remember,
worst
he's the only guy who got a touchdown.
was nowhere near as bad.
And he did that all on his own. They gave him the ball, and he ran through guys, threw them down off of him, and he ran to the end zone. I said, you know what? This dude, man, I don't even think he's human. He's really something. So he stays.
No, I mean, the training staff he's got around him is insane. I mean, this dude he's definitely a superhuman. I mean, damn near a super soldier.
I've seen it. You saw that training film of his? Unreal.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. I'm like, I can't. I mean, I used to go to the gym a lot. I used to have a strict, diet and routine, but nowhere near as crazy as his. Nowhere near.
Him and Kobe, Karl Malone, Jerry Rice. These are the guys you don't want to work out with,
Jerry Rice used to make people quit. Like Jerry Rice is no joke. But you know what the crazy part is, Ronbo?
Jerry.
I'm gonna bring back some old school shit. I mean, from '94, Jerry Rice and Deion Sanders. The reason why they hated each other so much on the team was because Jerry Rice was all business and no play. Deion was all play, no business. Their trainings were totally different, completely opposite of each other.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy.
Because you know what? Because Deion had natural talents, and he knew it, and he was conceited about it. And Jerry worked for his for to be as good as he was. You can't mix those kind of guys together in a workout room, though.
No, you can't. And they have openly stated that they hate each other when they're on the same team. But they got money. They got paid for it. They got the ring. They did what most people wish they could do. And Ronbo, I'm excited for the playoffs, Ronbo. If the Rams think that they can beat us with their second string, or they think they're comfortable with taking on the Lions, I don't know. But regardless, I'm excited to watch that game. If it ends up happening, Ronbo, I am 100% excited to watch. That's like us playing against the Eagles all over again. The hype around it.
I mean, it's like when I'm watching the WWE and my favorite guys are winning. I get such a rush out of that. Not as much as I used to, because the guys in there now just aren't that popular. But I mean, man, don't. Oh God, I love watching. If the 49ers can bump the Rams' head on the floor and sweep the division again this year, which is very important for us. Oh God! But again, it's like Tony said, we're looking at the big picture here. Don't get anybody hurt.
Yeah,
anyway.
Don't get nobody hurt. You know who I'm surprised made it on the Pro Bowl list? Colt McKivitz and Jake Brendel.
They're alternates. I never pay attention to Brendel, but I'm going to start. But listen, fam, we got to go. I hear the Rome back there driving a truck through the house. It sounds like I love it. Give my best little Rome, and let me see if Friday bring a score. All right,
Rumbo. I'll see you Friday.
All right, fam. Looking forward to it. All right. Hey, yo, Ellis.
Ron Bizzle.
Ellis, man, we're celebrating tonight. All them dudes, man. I knew there was gonna be some Pro Bowlers. I never know how many are gonna make it. Unfortunately, Dre got blackballed again, and Debo didn't make it in Ayuk. And I'm like, man, these dudes, man. I guess you can only put so many. You can't put a whole 49ers team, and they actually could, skills-wise. I guess you can't just dominate the whole team with nothing but 49ers like we did back when Harbaugh was, when we sent all them dudes. That was funny. But yeah, but anyway, your feeling on that and about sweeping the Rams, what's it to you? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shit, Ayuk had 14, we got 14 plus 100 yards on the year receiving.
What does he have to do? Yeah.
I mean, there's no excuse for that. He should be in a Pro Bowl.
I think he's in there as an alternate, but I mean, damn. Wait, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
look at some of the guys. So Tyreek Hill. Who else, Ellis? I'm not. I guess only so many guys can. Yeah.
I don't know, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs.
Yeah. There's three right there. Stephon's AFC, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying as a whole. But yeah, no, right. So NFC, yeah, Jamar. I mean, Justin Jefferson,
Rams
Puka
receivers.
Nakua. Yeah. Well, Cooper Kupp, I don't even know if he's got 1,000 yards this year because he was out for so long, right?
But Nakua would have edged out due to the fact that he's about to edge up on the record.
Did DK Metcalf make it?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't think he had more yards than BA.
I gotta go back.
I don't think he had more yards than BA. So he shouldn't have made it.
And besides, we're going to pick people on attitude because Dre may not have made it because of that. And who's got a worse attitude than DK Metcalf? And
Draymond Green.
Yeah, that's about it. So,
man, what an idiot.
You
know. But yeah, he got snubbed. BA, he's balling out. I mean, so the replacement for not making it to the Pro Bowl is what maybe if he can add another 100 yards to that this week, so he can have 15 going on 1,600 yards and ball out in the playoffs and have a Super Bowl ring. I mean, that suffices. That can suffice, Yeah. So I think he'll just take it up a notch and get his as long as he gets paid like the way he plays, I mean, he'll be fine. All the little bullshit, Pro Bowl accolades, first team, this and that, blah blah blah. It doesn't really matter. No. We're not gonna. We can't have 22 players in the Pro Bowl every year.
Yes, that's
what I mean? So
because if it was up to us, we would be
for sure. Because we're that damn good.
Really,
nobody's got it like us. It's just what it is. But yeah, man, this week, hearing about Carson Wentz coming in and him and the battle of the gingerbread man,
brothers, yeah,
with the gin off, with Carson and Sam is going to be funny.
Draft
they look similar too. Mm. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice little matchup between them two. I never disliked Carson Wentz. I always thought he's a damn good quarterback. Mm.
He was,
and last time I think we played them, he gave us some fits. I think that was that in when he came in for the Commanders. Yeah, and he came in for the Commanders, and I think they might have got us or something that game, if I'm not mistaken.
He beat
us. Or no, that was Indy. That was Indianapolis.
Yeah,
Indianapolis. That's when he came in and they got us. That's right.
It's the same year the coach called down to the field and told, don't tell him, don't come back in here. He gets fired. Damn.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Jesus, that's embarrassing. Everybody knows about it too. But go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, when are we going to see Danny Gray? Is he
this
really?
Week.
Is Kyle really not pleased with him to where he? Huh?
This week, Kyle said he's ready to go. He's good to go. So I think Kyle's going to let him play this week.
Okay, finally. Yeah, because Juwan doesn't sound like, if Juwan's not ready, leave him out. Leave them all out for the playoffs. If he's still battling that concussion, leave him out. Christian McCaffrey out. Let Trent even stay out of game, and just bring all the other guys up and let them play. I mean, it's the battle of the backups. What I mean?
No, Williams. He's not playing. I can't believe. I'm pretty sure he won't.
Yeah.
If he does, he'd be in for a couple of snaps and sit down. So.
Yeah, BA and Debo on offense is going to be important. At least if we can have the majority of our defensive starters, that would be good. Even if it's just for the first half, let's say, and then they could just take them out and have the other guys in there. But it's going to be a pretty fair matchup when it comes to backups versus backups. I thought the Rams were going to start some more players than us, but it kind of seems like it's going to be a mixture of a bit even because they're already in the playoffs, so they don't really need to win the game. Neither do we at this point.
No, but you know what? Winning and losing means the difference between the Detroit Lions or the Dallas Cowboys in the first round. I wonder if they have a preference. Winning means the Lions. Losing means the Cowboys.
I think they would have a harder time. The Rams would have a harder time with the Lions than the Cowboys.
I guarantee.
If I'm being honest.
You and me both. Cowboys have a way of melting before the fourth quarter. You notice that? Anyway, fam.
Yeah.
We got to get up. I'm gonna look for you Friday. Bring them scores so we can continue.
Yeah, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Thank you for the platform, Ron Bizzle.
Thank you for participation.
And
faithful, man.
Shout out. Yes, sir, man. Always. And shout out production. Shout out to Tony Tones. Shout out to Papa D. Shout out the Filet of Frank with the fish sandwiches. We need them on deck, man, this weekend. Shout out Evan. Shout out the chat, man. Chris Hansen and Harold and all the family, man. Y'all know what it is.
Give a shout out to Smoky Mountain Girl. I like her.
Who that?
Smoky Mountain Girl. Yeah. Give her a how. You're very
Smoky Mountain Girl.
Yeah, she's so cool.
Smoky Mountain. What's happening, Smoky?
Maybe she'll get in there. She might be busy.
Shout out Smoky Mountain. Yes, sir. Hey, shout out all the family, man. Peace and love, y'all.
Shout out to the squad.
Let's go get it.
All right. See you Friday.
Yes, sir. Peace. All right.
Oh, there he is. Yo, KC.
Ronbo was shaking.
Shaking. I was going to try to beat you. I should have known I wasn't going to be able to beat him. Hey, Case, how you doing today, fam?
I'm okay, man. What'd you think of the Pro Bowl selections?
Loved it. I can't tell you how much I loved it. And I was surprised. I don't know.
Yeah.
I might have been the only person surprised. I didn't see all of that coming. I didn't realize. I had no idea that Brock Purdy was so popular. I mean, Brock
I know, right?
Is like
that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Seemed like that happened. I don't think he was leading the league in votes 2 months ago.
A month ago. Nobody talked about it.
Yeah.
So, wow.
So he's gone from Mr. Irrelevant to
Mr.
on his
Special.
way to Super Bowl champion. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, you know what? If Brock wins the Super Bowl, my God, the fame could be. He may have to be protected.
He's going to change the NFL.
Actually, his emergence is already going to change the NFL. I think GMs are thinking different already. I'm paying.
Yeah.
I drafted that kid in the first round, and I had to pay him $10 million plus other things for the first 4 years. He didn't do crap.
Imagine the Browns right now, Ronbo. We're having Joe Flacco carry the team right now with $230 million guaranteed to Deshaun Watson. I mean, that's just phenomenal,
and
man.
He hasn't played
Brock Purdy leading the league
years.
with, what is he making? $900,000, $1.2 million.
Not even $1 million. Not even $1 million. Now with the playoff shares, he'll clear $1 million this year, but still not out of the 49ers bank.
Yeah. So Rumbo, who's this Smoky Mountain girl that Ellis was just shouting out?
Smoky Mountain girl.
What did I miss?
She's very, very. I mean, she's got an accent you gotta love. I mean, I think.
Is it caller?
The Smoky Mountains are in Tennessee. Are the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee?
The Smoky Mountains. They're wherever I'm at, Rumbo. But is this a caller?
That kind of smoke? No, Smokies. The real Smoky Mountains.
I must have missed it. This was the caller that called in, huh?
Yeah, I hope she calls in again. She's got a drawl that you can cut with a knife. It's adorable. First time I saw her online, and we were talking, and she was talking about the program. And then she called in here and says, "Whoa, girl, where you from?" I said, I hope she calls in here. But anyway, that's who Smoky Mountain Girl is. And Penholt, I got to give out her guys. Hit up Smoky Mountain Girl if you're on Twitter, otherwise known as X. PANNHOLT, Panholt, at Panholt. But go ahead, Case.
Well, yeah, it just Ellis cracked me up when he said, "Shout out Smokey."
I know.
I guess I missed.
I guarantee she
missed
loves
that
it.
call.
But anyway,
sounds like my kind of girl.
Hey, but listen, we got the Rams here this weekend, and a lot of us don't feel like. I mean, I just don't feel like losing the Rams under these circumstances.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz did pretty good the last time he played us, right?
Yeah. He's had a couple of good. We played him a couple times. He did pretty well. I don't know. Did we ever beat him? I think so.
I think he beat us in Levi's the last time we played him. Could be wrong.
Yeah, that's that day we had the weather conditions going nuts, and they won that game. That was him quarterbacking. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, I'm looking at the Pro Bowl votes and everything. I wish Hufanga was still there, man. It's so sad that Hufanga's not there.
Oh, I forgot about it. I keep forgetting about him because he's not out there. And then you got the new guy.
But I think he's better than the people who were selected.
Well, he definitely
Buda Baker and
Buda made it as a safety. Well, that makes sense. Doesn't Buda make it?
Yeah, because Hufanga's not there.
They play the same.
I mean, he might be making it. I mean, I don't know. He's a fast player. He's better than Jamal. I'll take Buda over Jamal. But, anyway.
or Isaiah Oliver. Isaiah Oliver's going to be on the field Sunday. I don't know what his role is going to be, but he's either going to be on the slot. No, they would not put him on the edges, because then Puka would just have a field.
And I like this. I'm glad that Ray's activated now. I really don't like seeing Kyle Williams' number out there on the punt returner.
Ronnie Bell, I know, isn't he scary?
Yeah.
His practice window.
There should be a law that says
he's not playing this weekend though.
There should be a law that says no number 10 punt returners on the 49ers.
Yeah, because he got everybody. Everybody thought about Kyle. As soon as he started out there fumbling around and having problems, and it's happened more than once. Kyle, wait, man, what are you doing, man? Oh, if we lost the game ever again in that same fashion.
Yeah. Well, Ronbo, hopefully this time next year we'll be watching the trailer for the new Matt Damon, Brock Purdy biopic, and we'll have ourselves a Super Bowl ring and hopefully a Steven Spielberg directed feature film on the way.
Yeah. Or that film Quarterbacks on Netflix. Can you imagine doing the Brock Purdy story? That would just take up the whole show.
Yeah.
Anyway, Casey, and I'll get back to you shortly. Well, I'll see you Friday, and bring that score.
Sounds good, Ronbo.
All right. Hi, Casey.
All right, Ronbo. You have a blessed night. Appreciate you, bud.
Appreciate you. All right. And let's go check out on Bethel.
Hey, Ronbo.
Bethel, here we are, sitting at the crossroad, a decision that is probably going to be easier than we think. You're looking at the game this Sunday. I just want to, if we lose that game, I know I'm going to try to say to myself, it's not important that we lost this game. Get over it. I'm trying. No, losing the freaking Rams. They're going to start talking trash about that stupid game. It was all vanilla, and it meant nothing to anybody. They're going to be talking about how we beat you guys, finally broke your streak.
Hey, remember, we got our backup, so, it's not a big deal.
I know.
It's a bigger deal for other teams because if, say, for some reason, Dallas lose and the Eagles lose, then the Lions could go to the second seed. And Dallas will go to the bottom one. And if Green Bay wins and the Rams lose, then Green Bay goes up one spot and the Rams go to 7.
Hey, if the Rams lose, that won't get them out of the playoffs. They can't. They can lose and nothing. That's right. Nothing happens, right? Hey,
nothing happens.
Here's the thing, though. Dallas, who are they playing this weekend?
They're playing the Commanders.
Shoot. Well, if they lose that game, they really should quit. The Eagles have to play the Giants. So both of them are going to win their games.
Yeah, they both have to win the game if they want to keep
their position.
Their
seeding. You know what though? depending on the point spread, if you're a betting person, you might keep an eye on what the Giants-Eagles spread is. Something's really, really wrong with the Eagles. I don't know if it's just because their players. What's his name comes back? Darius Slay comes back this week. But you know what? There's something really wrong with that team. They say coach Sirianni hasn't lost that locker room yet. But they don't look good. They don't look like the Eagles. I don't know who they are, even though they lost a few players. But still, that's not the Eagles. I don't know who that is.
And then Green Bay actually beat the LA Rams. They beat them 20-3. They only scored 3 points.
Earlier this year?
Yes, earlier this year. That's the reason why they will go down and Green Bay will go up.
I mean, was Cooper Kupp back yet? You know, they had some people out at the beginning of the season. But as they like to brag about the mighty Puka, why do you need Cooper? He used to win with just Cooper, and Puka was putting out more output than he was. So
yeah, so all these teams they have something to fight for.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's not over yet.
It's just that they just probably want to try out their backups and give their backups some playing time to see who can they trust and who they can't.
Yeah,
like
that's
that
important.
They won't beat them. To see if they will actually be there in the moment or they're not going to be there at all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
because with Tampa Bay, all they've got to do is they've just got to win, and it seems that they're going to win this
Baker Mayfield is actually injured, so he might not play.
What?
Yes, I heard about that. That I think something's wrong with his shoulder, maybe.
Well, he's had problems with that before. He had that problem in Cleveland too.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So you never know. Either New Orleans might sneak up and get that spot, or
you know what?
So
Baker
that's a must-win for them too.
He must have had problems this past weekend because they lost, didn't they? To the Saints?
Yes, they did.
And they lost uncharacteristically. I saw the score. And it says,
yes.
They shut Baker and the boys down. That's interesting.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. Baker may have been in pain because he's one of those guys. No, I'm good. You're not good. The ball went out of your hands and dropped straight to the dirt. Now sit down. A lot of guys, even if they're hurting the team, they insist on playing.
Yeah.
You got to go. CMC would have been back on the field running had he not been told to sit down. Saw him on the sideline with all that tape on his calf. He had enough tape on his calf to last. Beth, did you ever play ball and have to wrap your ankles?
No, actually, no.
And it takes a lot of tape for that. CMC had enough tape on his ankle to tape up 4 guys. I mean, I saw his whole leg was just a layer of tape, the lower leg. I said, what is wrong with his leg? They wrapped it like that. How are they going to get that tape off? I hope he shaved his leg. Oh, God, that's going to hurt. So,
he really wanted to play badly, but, Kyle, shut him down.
You got to tell him
and that's what Kyle has to do.
You got to.
Yeah.
And Kyle already told me he wasn't playing this weekend so good because I know he felt like he was going to play.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he knew better.
Yeah,
but I like
you gotta save some of the players for the playoffs,
or like Kyle says, you gotta save certain of our guys. You got to save them from themselves. George Kittle is the same way.
Yeah.
Kittle, he's that guy that you see with a gunshot on his laying, in the movies with the guys. You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. And you just got shot in the arm. Why are you okay? It's one of those guys, die-hard guys. So anyway.
Yeah, they want to fight until the end.
Yeah. Which you got to love. So, I just want to be healthy as he's doing it so I can win.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so it's all these games should be a really good game.
Yeah, this week.
And so I hope the Texans they get a chance in the playoffs. And
would that be great?
All of the coaches that went to other nations have made it to the playoffs.
See what I'm saying? You know. What does that tell
And
you?
they're in Kyle's tree.
Yep. Look at Belichick's tree.
That we breed good coaches.
That's right. But you know the bad thing about that, though, Bethel? That means we're going to continue to lose coaches because everybody's saying every coach in San Francisco comes out and he does good things. Let's see if we can cherry pick a couple of those guys out of there right now. So, but Kyle always
the only difference between our coach and other coaches is that our coach does everything, so they don't ever change coordinators. So they're not every time learning different plans, learning different stuff. They're always the same stuff every time.
Mm-hmm.
And
they take people with them from our staff.
Yes,
that's what kills me, though.
Yeah, yeah. So that's right. That's one good thing that we have actually.
We do.
Not like the Eagles when they lose their coordinators, they start sucking.
It just melt.
How many times did we lost 3 coordinators and we're still making it to a championship?
Right. Consistency, what the 49ers' middle name is. We may fall short, which may end this year, but we're in the mix. Unlike some teams, Rams. Hey.
Yeah, and then plus, if I remember correctly, didn't Kyle lose 4 quarterbacks? Should have won Coach of the Year because of that. And now the Browns, because they lost 4 quarterbacks and they're making it a playoff, they want to put them as Coach of the Year.
I forgot his name, but you're right, because he's going through all that adversity. Beth, we got to go though. Let me. I'll see you Friday. Bring that score, and let's make a further joke out of the Rams.
All right. Rudy, you're delusional. You think you're going to win everything, but you're not. Let's go Niners.
Yes, indeed.
And punch the lights, Rudy.
Thanks, Bethel. Have a good night.
All right. Good night.
Yeah, really, we got to step on the Rams' neck this year because we'll never hear the end of it, fam. I'm telling you, they are really a ridiculous group. Every little thing they do, and they don't do so many things. They've not been there, and they haven't done that. That's why they don't know how to act. So that's why they're always running trash. I mean, anytime you want to see smack being ran at a premium rate, find Rams fans. Hey, Bill.
I caught you right before you ended. I didn't know you were live.
Yeah, good. Come on in, Bill.
Well, I listened to what's going on. Purdy's not starting.
No.
So most of our guys are not starting. That's pretty good. I'm satisfied. Neither are starters for the Rams are starting Wentz. So not their key receivers. So
well, you know what? Puka's got 30 yards to eclipse a record. Puka's playing for at least a few minutes. Well, no, he'll stay in there as long as it takes to get them 30 yards for sure.
Right. Ironically, I was shopping today. Ran across some punk kids or punk boys, like 19, 20. Walked up to me to Walmart and pointed at my Niners jacket and called me pretty much gay. They used the F-bomb, which I'm not using that on your channel.
Well, thanks.
And they don't like the Niners, so the salt is there.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be a great thing to see the Cowboys eliminated in the wild card and us hold the Barty Trophy. Then they get shut up.
They won't. Certain fans, they'll keep talking, and no matter what, because you Hawks fans are still talking. The Rams fans, although they got their face stuffed in the dirt after that Super Bowl win, they made a comeback this year. Ooh. So fans that talk trash about being sorry, and they have their moments when they are good. They keep talking.
The only reason the Rams made it in the playoffs is so they can meet us and be eliminated. That's their purpose in their future now. They played a good season. They hung in there. I didn't even pick the Rams to make the playoffs. So they actually made it.
Yeah.
So,
got to give them credit for that.
Kudos, made it a sacrifice to be eliminated. if they do win Sunday, it's going to be meaningless. It's going to be they're going to meet us and us send them home and put them back in their place, and they can go back and whose house? Our house. So Rudy can keep talking.
He will.
Ready to go. Can go. And
he doesn't come around anymore.
Right. And Jim Everett, the Lions ain't going anywhere.
No, you're talking about no. Jim Everett is the Ram spaz that hangs around in the chat all the time. You're talking about
who's that one
that's Don Burr.
Oh, okay, Don Burr.
That I remember all of their names. That just shows you how much they're around here. Jesus.
Rob, I feel sorry for you, man. That shows you how relevant these people are to me. They're not relevant. All they are is like, you ever seen Star Wars: Return of the Jedi? You remember that little thing that always hung around Jabba the Hutt, laugh all the time? Those guys remind me of that little character. All it does is just be a little annoying, worse than a Chihuahua.
Yeah, that's so true, Bill. Because they're less than mighty. And they like hanging around the big, strong stuff, right? So, there they are running around there. We're relevant too, and we beat you guys, and we did this and that. And, well, you guys haven't won a Super Bowl, and since God knows, Jesus walked the earth the last time. And the thing is, they like to go on, and they finally go on enough that you have to acknowledge them because, but that's an art form for them, being irritating,
Ronbo,
So,
how many Super Bowls does the Rams have?
2. That's all. And one
2.
recently. It used to be only 1. And now they got their second one
2.
finally.
And this is where it's going to hurt the most for all the Lions fans. How many Super Bowls has Detroit got?
This is why he's always...
You can talk about our trophies. First, you got to tie it up. And first and foremost, you got to get to one. So until you can get to one and have a trophy, I don't want to hear it. All you are is just that little annoying, laughing, whatever they call it. So you have to say it, Ronbo. You got to think about that. I want you to think about that when they come in and you laugh at them, Ronbo, because they're starting to get annoying.
Here's the thing, Bill. You got a Cardinal fan and a Lions fan sitting in the same room. What are they talking about?
Okay, Cardinals, y'all didn't win your Super Bowl when you were there last, and you had who?
So that's
Warner?
what I'm saying.
You couldn't have cut it with Kurt Warner?
And I think they also had, what's his name? The other guy, the moon shot, the guy who's still the moon raking passes. Anyway, the punchline of that joke is, what are they talking about? Nothing. They've won.
Absolutely. They got no argument, no leg to stand on at the end of the day, Ronbo. What you need to do is you need to laugh at them.
I do.
And just take everything they say as a joke because they're pretty much embarrassing themselves.
Yeah. Well, Cardinals fans, you know what? The weird thing about Cardinal fans is they're not running any smack anywhere. I mean, they don't say a word. I don't even have any hatred. I have no dislike for Cardinals fans. None.
But I give credit to the Cardinal fans for doing the job for us. I'm beating Philly. Kudos to you guys, your team on that. Y'all beat those annoying birds. Matter of fact, you guys are better than the Eagles, but you have a losing record.
They proved that, didn't they?
Yeah. Right. I ain't worried about Philly. I ain't worried about Dallas, and I sure ain't worried about Detroit. I ain't worried about no lamb chops, or I ain't worried about no who else
Cowboys.
is in the playoffs.
Bill,
I've already mentioned them.
Oh yeah. Well, Bill, listen, we gotta go, and I'll see you Friday.
Give me a Niners shout out.
I will
give
do
my
that.
Friday.
Still,
let's enjoy this 2-week bye.
Yeah.
Let's enjoy this 2-week bye. You have a nice day.
You too, Bill. Talk to you later.
Mm-hmm.
Bill, out there getting abused from the Cowboys fans. Hey, Tony, would you get in there, Tony? hearing that played back like that is hilarious. That's loud. Tony? Tony's probably doing his domestic. He does those late evening.
Ronbo, you calling me?
Yeah, I was. Tony.
What's up, Ronbo?
It's time for you to come on in here and talk some football. Yeah, you need to turn that speaker down too. It's feeding into your microphone.
That was the other room. Let me turn it down now.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, I was telling people. Yeah, Tony does his domestic chores late night, so he's probably getting that laundry in. Then that's a great thing, Tony. You know, you take some of them chores and do them. That's awesome.
Yeah, now see, Ronbo, I work second shift, and I get off of work right before you come on. So.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you got lots of energy.
Congratulations, Ronbo. I guess
Pro Bowl.
He really wasn't vindicated, but congratulations to Brock Purdy.
Oh.
Now maybe it'll shut the naysayers up, but I doubt it.
No. You know, certain of them are going to come up with reasons other than football related that he was picked at Pro Bowl. I guarantee you that. Nick Wright is never going to stop it. There's NFL Network's got 2 or 3 people that still insist on taking shots. Darren Orlovsky. Well, Orlovsky's coming around though. He's not as bad as he used to be. Yeah.
But you know, Nick Wright's a clown, so you know.
Oh, he makes
it a
point. He's building on that image. He likes it. He embraces it. When I think Nick goes and looks in the mirror, yeah, people call you an asshole, and I love it. You know, I think Nick really does appreciate it. He really does. So he's going to go out and farm it, nurture it, and make it stronger. Everybody knows him for that, right?
Yeah, people feed off of that. You know, they get a sick thrill, as they say, off of being a jerk.
I guarantee you, Nick's got a following, huge. There's a lot of people that relate to that kind of crap, and they love it, and they'll support him. So, but he did say on his social media page, you know, people talk to me on my social media, but they don't talk to me about football. They talk to me about my hair and my clothes. He goes on and on about some of the things that people talk about. So Nick, you know what? Why are you surprised?
Well, you know what I say about him, Ronbo. If you put that picture of that Looney Tunes weasel up in a suit, put Nick Wright's picture up, they look like twins. That's the weasel.
But that's why when he said that, I know, well, Nick, you know what? You like that too, don't you? You love it. You do everything you can to get people to throw digs at you every time you talk. So what do you want?
Yeah. But Ronbo, I will say this, in football news, to me, inside linebacker for Jacksonville, Foye Oluokun got snubbed out of the Pro Bowl. This is the 3rd straight year he's led the league in tackles.
Oh.
He led the league in tackles in 2021 with my Falcons.
Yes.
Then he signed a big free agent contract with Jacksonville, led the league in tackles last year, and he's leading the league in tackles this year. Plus, he had some interceptions and a couple strip fumbles.
Tony, I think sometimes, who is that? Is it the players? The players probably do vote for him. The coaches, this must be a fan thing because who got picked ahead of him?
Roquan Smith of Baltimore, who should have made it, and I think Patrick Queen of Baltimore, but I don't think he should have made it. Both inside, and there was another inside linebacker. I can't think of who it was. I know the outside linebackers were Watt, Khalil Mack, and then it was somebody else, and they were deserving.
See, these are names that have been around for a while. And also, this is also if your team is high profile and getting a lot of attention. Steelers are a perennial team, right? No matter what they do, like the Cowboys, the 49ers to a degree. Who are some of the Patriots? Some teams are going to get a lot of attention from the fans who don't even know anything about football. The Chiefs. Hey, how many players from the Chiefs got picked for the Pro Bowl?
I don't know. I just saw it flash across the screen. I think your team had the most.
Yeah, I saw that. But the Chiefs, And because Patrick Mahomes is getting picked on so badly these days now for getting angry. And I don't understand that because I'm saying, do people realize where Patrick Mahomes has been considered maybe the greatest quarterback of all time? Some of the things that he's accomplished and achieved and things like that, why he'd be impatient with anything less than high-grade talent around him. It doesn't have to, well, at least a high-grade effort. Because Patrick took credit for some of the things he shouldn't have. That Valdez-Scantling touchdown that would have beaten the Eagles that he put right on the money, you know what he said? Patrick said, well, yeah, I probably could have put it on a little better. I said, man, you know what? I used to not be a Patrick Mahomes fan, but I am now. You guys are picking on me. You sound like a bunch of idiots. What are you talking about? He shouldn't. He's getting mad. Of course he should. I want to get him in the Super Bowl again and beat him, but I got all the respect in the world for him. But what are you talking about?
And in the NFC, I think it was CD Lamb. Who was that receiver for Philly? AJ Brown.
Yeah.
And Puka, the rookie Puka with the Rams.
Yeah.
Man, Ayuk should have made that. He got 1,400 yards. Ayuk should have been that other guy, not Puka.
How many? Puka's got how many yards?
I don't know, but I know he's got over 1,000 yards.
He's 30 yards.
The country loves him.
Yeah, he's 30 yards away from a record of some kind. I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, Puka's one of those golden boys that's going to get that kind of love. AJ Brown, I don't know. He is an MVP type player though for that team. He's the one reason why they rose him to the level they did go last year. One of the main reasons.
Well, there's a story on Twitter came out tonight. AJ Brown is tearing up that Philly locker room. AJ Brown is a cancer in the locker. It came out today.
It's always your receivers, Tony. Always your receiver. When's the last time you heard of any other player beside a receiver tearing up a locker room?
I'm kind of surprised at that, even though I know he's been with Philly for a couple of years, because Julio Jones is in that locker room too. He don't say nothing, but I guess AJ Brown was just frustrated.
Yep, and look at AB.
Yep.
Also, Stephon Diggs was going crazy over in Buffalo.
Yeah.
AJ got ran out of. They got rid of AJ with the Titans because he was over there talking to.
Yeah,
Tennessee. So.
And Ronbo, it is a travesty. Congratulations to Brock Purdy. Do you know who his other two quarterbacks are in the NFC? Matthew Golden Boy Stafford, who led the league in picks in 2021, and Dak Pick Six Prescott, who led the league in interceptions last year, are the other two Pro Bowl quarterbacks. Unbelievable.
And people are complaining because they didn't get they didn't get the attention and love they should have got, and they put the quarterback rankings out, and I think Brock is ranked at number 3 or 4 somewhere down in there. Oh no! In that ranking though, Stafford came in behind it. I'm thinking about Stafford, not Dak. Dak and who else is the other one? Is it Dak and Stafford?
Dak and Stafford. Those are the only other two. I can't believe that. I laughed when I thought this got to be a mistake.
Because Dak played against some sub 500% teams.
Yes.
And nobody cares about that. This is the second year in a row. And he's out there just tearing up against. Next year, I hope to give them a decent schedule. So tired of Dak sliding by. Hadn't beat a team over 500 yet, but he gets all the love in the world. Was it considered an MVP? Oh, man.
I know. It was even a campaign for him. But you know what? I think Jared Goff got slighted. Jared Goff's having a nice year.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he should have been ahead of Dak.
Yeah, exactly.
And definitely ahead of Stafford.
Yeah. But Ronbo, playoff scenarios, I was wrong about a couple things. The 1 seed is the same with you guys. The 2 seed, Philly's going to win. That stays the same. The 3 seeds is the same. It's Detroit and the Rams. That's kind of locked. They play each other weekend after next, the 3 and the 6. The 4th seed, if Tampa wins, they got the 4th seed. Right. If Tampa loses, the winner of my Falcons and the Aints get the 4th seed.
That's right, huh? They did talk about that scenario. I saw that.
Yeah, in the 5th seed, the 5th seed is Philly. The 6th seed is the Rams, as we know. Now, the 7th seed, if Green Bay wins, they're in. A lot of people are saying Chicago's going to beat Green Bay, by the way, at Green Bay.
Look out.
If Green Bay loses, if Green Bay loses and Seattle wins, Seattle's in. If Seattle,
Look at it.
but check this out, Ronbo.
Yeah,
If Seattle and Green Bay loses, the winner, the winner or even loser of the Aints and the Falcons game get their 7th seed.
All right.
If Seattle and Green Bay loses.
And that's not impossible. Tony, hang in there.
It's
right?
not.
Could be.
But
You just got to win your game. All right.
Because Arizona might be Seattle.
Might. I mean, there's a real good chance.
At Arizona.
Oh,
At Arizona
God,
too.
yes, because Arizona's not to be messed with. Boy, they gave us all, boy, Connor is just scary. Tony, we got to go, though.
And Ronbo, Dre Greenlaw got snubbed. You know Bobby Wagner made the Pro Bowl and Dre Greenlaw didn't?
Oh! I didn't know Wagner made it ahead of Dre. Okay. You know what?
He returned to the Pro Bowl after a few years being gone. That's a reputation pick, man. Greenlaw should have made it over Bobby Wagner.
You know, he's going to play like a crazy man. He's going to be really pissed off, which is, I like that part. Debo and Ayuk, I look for them to tear ass, too. It's kind of a good thing they let 3 of our better players snub. And now they're going to snub me. Okay, I'm going to show them how wide.
Seattle can't stop the run.
You know?
They can't stop the run. How you make the Pro Bowl?
Man, we got to go. All right, you know. Then let me see Friday. Let's get ready for this weekend.
Sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. I'll see you Friday, and Sam Darnold will do a good job this week. I didn't know Carson Wentz was still in the league, but Sam Darnold will hold down
a lot of people. Right.
Yep.
All
I'll
right,
see you
Tony.
Friday, sir.
Appreciate you. See you then. All right. It is Tony of the Tony Tone Brothers. Maybe you know what? We're going to pull up here. And please, thanks for the contributions, fam. Always appreciate it. And please don't forget to subscribe before you check out so we can notify you when we're coming in here looking for you. And like, as Papa Dragon says, it affects the algorithm. I have no idea how. He's the IT whiz. Fam, I'll see you Friday. Let's go over the scores and get ready for another crazy weekend. Niners!